Hey up guys, what's going on? I just have to make a couple of apologies first and foremost. Number one, I need to apologise for there being no episode yesterday. Monday I had a very poor mental health day. If you follow me on Twitter, you know this already because I put that up on the Twitters. I don't really like talking about behind the scenes stuff in general in the episodes just because it obviously breaks the illusion as such, but I do have to mention it here. Basically, I just was in such a poor state on Monday. I didn't get any recording done, so I had to rush to get Tuesday's episode up on time. And I just didn't want to be in that position every single day this week because it would affect the quality of the episodes. Second, apologies. I recorded what would have been today's episode, which was Leon and Chelsea. Zero sodding sound on the recordings. None at all. No idea what happened. I could swear blind that when I was recording it, I was receiving sound on the old recording thing. There, the bars were reacting to me speaking. Nope, no sound on the recording. So, sorry. So here I am having to rush a little bit to get this one up after all that anyway. 4-2 though, we beat them 4-2. It was a cracking game. Of course, all that means I've got a lot more games to get you caught up on than I thought I would at this stage, so we'll deal with it as quickly as we can. Carabao Cup, we're into the quarterfinals of that. Aston Villa are the opponents. Barnsley still earned that in the final 8. Aston Villa Championship as well, of course, but Barnsley of the Championship and our junior affiliate now. They're in the last 8. They beat Arsenal last time out, so have we recently. But, yeah, 2-1, Middlesbrough, 1-0. Irritatingly tight games. Well, scoreline-wise anyway. Probably rotated more than we should have for championship size, but we've got away with it so far. And we've been rewarded with a third one, so fine. Champions League has gone sensationally well. A late equaliser for Barcelona denied us a famous victory there. 2-2 at Lyon, where we got the late equaliser. That was a stupid goal. That was a good goal. I say stupid in just the way that happened, not necessarily a broken goal as such. 4-2, the match that you didn't get to see yesterday or today or whatever. My brain's not working right now, but yeah, this should have been today's match. It's not, but there we are. Azarta, Xiaonan penalty, Silva with 2. Hatton, one of the best strikers in the world, and he's at Lyon for some reason. He's on my radar. Anyway, put it that way. Chelsea obviously the other one of that matches you should have seen right now, but no. Vidal has turned up against Chelsea again, basically, is the story there. He turned up in the Carabao Cup final, he's turned up again to get a winning goal against them in the league. The rest of the Premier Division has gone pretty sensationally. Draws away at Everton and the Etihad recently. Man City, where the first journalist question was, a poor result for you today. You do better, mate. You do better. Cantoro, though, scored in that one. He scored in the 4-0 demolition of Arsenal as well. We'll get to this one eventually because I want to show you 2 of those goals. 4-2 against Newcastle, 3-2 against Southampton. That's a very good win, actually. They are 4th. West Brom, routine. Another great win against Liverpool with a 37-year-old Alisson Becker in goal. He's irritatingly good, even though Liverpool aren't faring massively well. They still have Becker in goal and they have the new best defender in the world in their defensive line. So, yeah, that's something that's happened. But yeah, penalty's probably the best way of unlocking their defence. Norwich 3-0. Carrow Road, though, that's a good win. To be honest, 3-0 at Carrow Road. Already mentioned the Chelsea one and the Arsenal 4-0. Let's get into those goals because this second goal here is one of the worst goals I've ever seen on Football Manager, and the Cantoro goal is one of the best goals I've ever seen on Football Manager. Just show things down and get on the right camera for these. All 4 of these goals, by the way, came from set pieces. I have fixed them, apparently. Azarta has 5 goals in 10 league games. He nearly got this one, actually. Free kick's whipped in. Azarta's at the back post. He hits the bar. Silva slides in, and I don't really know what happens to it, but it ends up hitting the post. And then Bentancur essentially walks it into his own goal. Bentancur and Foden both have just come from Man City in the past window. Don't know why. They're also playing him as a striker, so clearly they've got issues. Not quite the strike force they have on my stream save, that's for sure, where it's Haaland, Martinez, and oh god, I've forgotten the third one. Another stupidly good striker. And now for the best goal on Football Manager. Well, one of the best goals I've seen on Football Manager this year. Silva basically just distracts the defenders to allow Cantoro to do that. Cantoro has decided to be sensational. Yeah, it's now 11 appearances, but he has 6 goals and 18 in total, with 5 and 11 in the league. His average rating is 7.5. Bafflingly, his international rating is even higher. No goals for Italy, though. They clearly don't know what they're doing with their set pieces. By the way, in case you're wondering, he does have Turkish heritage. He's just Italy. He's also just made his 5th appearance for them, so I have to pay him more money. I thought that would take longer. I thought Italy would have a bevy of great defenders already. Nope. Big news is Nyambi's out. So is Xiaonan, actually. That's not shown on there for some reason. He should very much be doubtful, considering the fact he's not even in training. So that means Medina is functioning as a right back for the time being. He did alright last time out. against Manchester City, which obviously not the best time to have a fill-in right back. Anyway, just going to do a couple of rotations here just to keep some of my best players as fresh as possible for Barcelona in the midweek, including Cantoro, I think, unfortunately, and Saxton can come in too. I started Castillo last time out just because you can see here as well, Saxton's last 5 is sub 7. It's not bad, let's be honest, but he did have 3 very poor games in a row, and then a 7.1 for the season is also not bad, but Castillo, though, clearly on something recently. Also, we will start this attack, and there's been a few changes to the system as a whole, and a few, more importantly, tweaks to the player instructions, which of course have solved a few problems seemingly. I expect nothing but a win, and everyone's motivated by that. I don't really feel like I need to do much more. I'll just get the last player on board. I need to change this back. Here we are. We've got a long throw. Courage is going to do this one though. Silver's under it. There he is, and grey block. Yep, that was the highlight. Another long throw on this side here. There's a bit of a chaos. Madeira does gather the loose ball. Vidarsson's in a bit of space here. He's decided to lose that space. Saxton's going to come in though. Vidarsson, nope. All the way back to Courage. Madeira is going to come forward once more though. And that's whipped in quite nicely to a player. 2 grey blocks. It looked like a really nice cross as well, but there's no one really under it. Apologies if you can hear children shouting in the background. I can. Don't know if you can. I would love to say they're taking advantage of the relaxed restrictions, but no, they were doing that anyway. As irritating as it was. I do live in a sort of a closed community area, so it's not not the end of the world. Seri has a free kick. I don't think he's scored a free kick yet this year, and now he has. It is the early-ish December, mid-December-ish now, approaching. Only his 2nd goal of the season as well, actually. This has not been his best year so far. But he scored a free kick, and that's what you love to see. 1-0, asserting dominance at this stage. It's worth mentioning, by the time we scored our first goal against Arsenal, which was about 17 minutes in, there had been 1 shot in the entire game. I was slightly worrying I might have to refund people for that match, and then we turned it on at every single set piece we got. So, oh good God, what's happened here? I mean, Silva's smashed that in. I'm surprised he's onside. Courage, I'm pretty certain, has a player trait to stop him doing that, but he's decided to do that, and he's done it very well. I'm pretty certain Courage has... Is that a tackle? Hang on, was that technically a tackle, or was it intentionally like a through ball there? What? Hang on. What actually... What? I like the fact he stopped it here for the freeze frame to tell me he's onside, but yeah, clearly he was just onside there, but that freeze frame almost had, yeah, that's me. You may be wondering how I got into this mess. Written all over it. Courage has got this one now. Madeira. I don't know why Courage is doing the long throw over there. That's kind of irritating. But Vidal should really be Medina. I may just make sure I swap that over just because I just don't want him being out of position. We seem to have enough players back anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. Although he is hanging in their half. Get back, Courage. Sean, get back. Sergio has come way out of his goal there, but Seri on this. Vidal, Harrison. Anyway, it's kind of nice to get you to see us against a team that we should be smashing. What's going on here? Vidarsson's smashed into the goalkeeper though. There we are. Speaking of smashing. Because obviously you would have seen us against Lyon and Chelsea otherwise today. But so it's quite kind of nice to get you to see us against a team we should be beating. Admittedly, we'll have Leeds tomorrow now, which is a similar boat. Sheffield United have done all right. I think I am going to keep it in Yorkshire tomorrow and just ignore the Carabao Cup because, let's be honest, who cares now? We've won one. And Aston Villa, I've just told them I'm far from pleased. 2-0 up, and I've stressed one player out, but the rest of them are motivated and fired up. I love their work ethic. Fulham appear to have 3 people up for that corner there. Clearly not trying. Harrison, or maybe they're just fearing their counter-attack, because we're having one anyway. Harrison, well, it's still Harrison. He's decided to give it to Madeira on the opposite side, who is completely unmarked. Madeira's decided to smash it at a defender, though. This time lays it off to Silva and scored. Weirdly, I've taken off the personal instructions. We say shoot less often on both of the inside forwards. Madeira's finishing isn't actually that brilliant, but Ramirez, obviously, who's first choice over there now, is a little bit better. So I've taken them off. I've taken those shoot less off and off those inside forwards, which was put on initially to try to make them square it more. Apparently, taking off shoot less often is the way to make them square it, which makes no sense. I'll take it though. Silva scored 10 goals for the season now. That's something. Yeah, in what should have been today's episode, I did mention that Silva hasn't really been firing all that well this year, because at that stage we had 3 goals for central defender Azata and 5 for him, which was kind of worrying. Admittedly, the ratio is still pretty much the same. But yeah, Silva's up to 10 goals for the season now, and that's... what's he doing here? Oh, he's getting a penalty. That's what he's doing here. Rodrigo Rego. I'm not sure how you pronounce the hat-E, but that's a hat-trick for Silva, is it not? It is indeed a hat-trick for Silva. Yeah, he appears to have found his form now, which is good news for him and everyone involved. He's up for European Golden Boy, which is something I need to mention. So is David Ramirez, who we've literally just brought in this summer, and Gonzalez, who's out on loan and developing quite nicely, actually. 75 minutes gone, we've got to play Barcelona, and it's 4-0 here. The problem is, this formation and attacking mentality. That's something else I need to mention. I've done most of these games on attacking, and it's worked out. Even against Man City, we conceded when we were only on positive, and then we scored when we were on attacking. It's almost become the attacking experiment part 2. Oh, I should also just mention, in case you're wondering, I have ticked up the attribute colours to 13 and 16 on the higher stages, back to normal now. We're challenging for the Champions League on both saves. Azartes has become our best player. What? I mean, I'm not going to argue with it, but I mean, obviously Seri probably needs to come off here just for fitness issues, and I'm weirdly thinking Courage. He's booked as well, so that's also one. Oh, you nearly saw it there. That's how the set pieces normally go. Azarta near post. I'm just going to take Vidal off because I'm not certain what formation I'm going to play against Barcelona now, because we definitely. I've tried the defensive formation a couple of times this year, and it's just, well, it's been nowhere near as effective. Weirdly, even against bigger sides. I mean, I say that as a team predicted to be 6th now, and, well, 6-1 for the title. Like, we may be predicted 6th, but it's not like it's a massive... Cantoro's just going to do everything here, and miss also. Yeah, it's not like we're way off what's going on here. Harrison, for some reason, got that back. I don't know why. But Saxton, Silva... Oh, nearly 4 from him. One of the little things I've done as well in terms of player instructions is the attacking midfielder has now been instructed to go into the channels, as well as the striker. What's happening here? Oh, I think Medina's been crocked. It's a bruised thigh. It's because it's the end of the game is why we're seeing this, but just delete bruises from the game, please. We're going to get a free kick here, and that's going to end the game. A good solid minute over the minute that we needed, but fine. Fidarson, Azarta, Silva, not play through, and that ends the game. There we are. Wonderful news. 25 shots, 11 on target, 63% of the possession. That's what we should be doing against teams like Fulham, not losing to them, like we did on one of the saves. I can't remember if it was this one or the Southampton now, but... Oh, Vieira's been sacked by Liverpool. That didn't last long. Yeah, Klopp finally lost his job recently, and now Vieira's lost his as well. Out for 4 days with a bruised thigh. It's a bruise, for God's sake. This is something that's been happening. Oh yeah, I'm getting my saves mixed up, of course. Fulham are our whipping boys, really, aren't they? I've just remembered the insane amount of games we played against them last year. Yeah, so it was Southampton who slipped up against them after beating PSG. Oh, I should just mention, there's a few games still to play, notably Man United. But we're 3rd. Southampton just beat Liverpool, that's why he got sacked. I would tell Southampton I think may have been 5th at the start of the day, but yeah, they're doing quite well. So beating them 3-2, even narrowly the way we did in the end, good win. Chelsea are 9th, Liverpool 8th, City 7th, Arsenal 6th. This is the surprising part. Obviously that's surprising too, but yeah, Tottenham on the top, 3 teams here. That really shouldn't be in the top 5. By current standards, of course. I'll tell a lie, we're 7th predicted, but we are 6-1. So we're sort of in the same ballpark as this lot. Azartes is also the best defender in the league now. What? That's the Liverpool defender, by the way. You've seen him before. Yeah, he's stupid good. Also on a very, very high wage, so we're never going to prize him away. He's also a deep-line playmaker by nature, but perfectly fine as a defender. Even his dribbling's going up. What is this man? Considering his determination's going up, I had no idea what was going on with those players whose determinations were going down. Courage will miss the Leeds match. They keep telling me to recall Dele Alli. It's not going to happen. Unless his injuries, it's not going to happen. Yeah, his average rating is 7.3, but he's playing for Inter Milan. Do a 7.33 in the Premier League. Manchester just edged Sheffield United to go top. They've not lost. And they have a 31 goal difference. It's been a thing. Although in fairness, the team they smashed have been more towards the bottom. All 4 draws away from home as well. Oh yeah, it was time for Grimes to get a new contract as well. Apparently we've drawn with Barcelona both times. I'm going to presume one of those was a friendly. Jurgen's the manager there now, by the way. We have a good relationship, of course, from the times he continually loaned me with the best players in the world. Stupid good players for the Championship, anyway. Fatty's out, of course. He's the one who equalised against us last time around. I should mention, of course, you just saw it there as well. Both of us are already through. This just decides who's top and who gets better seeding. Which, let's be honest, half the time doesn't really make a difference. Also, one thing that happened that would have been in the episode today against Lyon is that majority of the players in our defensive line picked up their second yellow card, which took them out of the Ludogorets match, which means they're all fresh again now, except for Seri, who has dodged the Lyon match and this one for picking up that next yellow card. And because we're both through, I'm not going to stick a goalkeeper on the bench for this one. So the lineup will be basically our entire full-strength side as I see it. And yeah, we're going to attack them because that's what we do best. Probably foolish, but we'll find out. Doesn't really matter, does it? I could have just gone entirely second string here, I've just realised, but I want to make a statement and I kind of do want to finish top. Yeah, they're taking it seriously. It's a decent team talk, and away we go. Poor Ludogorets. Of course. Well, Castillo's been better anyway this year. Of bloody course. What's happened to him? Lower leg. Calf? Knee injury? And maybe that's... No, knee actually comes up as its own thing. Silva nearly scores. Knee has its own category, I'm fairly certain. So, yeah, it's got to be some kind of calf, shin, lower leg gash, maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. Bernardo is being hounded off. Yeah, Bernardo Silva's there now. He's obviously 34, I think. 35 now. Still pacey enough. But the fact he's first choice is interesting. Gotta say, their bench isn't looking particularly strong. They may not have rotated a lot of their first side, but their bench is, yeah. Oh, well, that was poor, and so was the following, so thank you. I think my player there was just so surprised he got the ball, he just gave it back to them out of embarrassment. Azartis humped that one up, and, okay, so we build with Cantoro now. Oh, just squeezes that through to Vidal. They was being closed off quite... Oh, Silva, great movement there as well. A lot of oohs in that, but great save too. Yeah, so we're through in our group. This is still all to play for. In Chelsea's group, Juventus and Porto going through as things stand. I don't know if obviously one of these is going to be affected. If things change around, same with Milan and AC Milan and Ajax as well. That could change around maybe, depending on who's playing who. Silva. Oh, Vidal's on the end of that. What? We've scored? You see what I mean, though? May not necessarily have more the possession as things go, but we're going toe for toe with them. Watch Vidal here. That is sensational work from him to receive that ball. Because I think it's Grimes who's ahead of him, sort of occupying the defender, and Vidal just ghosts past him, and thankfully, someone saw the run and laid it off to him. That was a nice easy catch for Sergio, who has done well, in fairness. You know, we've caught him out a little bit. Sort of started playing Hidalgo last year more than him, particularly in big matches, which I suppose this technically would count as. I don't really know what the game counts as big games. Because obviously Barcelona is massive side, what have you. Yeah, sure. Game doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Hello, what's going on here? Oh, it looks like Chelsea are playing the poor sods bottom of that group because they've just gone top of theirs. So, attacking at the Nou Camp. Who knew? Oh, it looks like Ajax are winning, so yeah, I don't think they've got a chance of going through. Hang on, are Ludogorets beating Lyon? They're beating them by 2 goals, I'm fairly certain. They can't finish third, but bless them, they're trying. Incredible scenes over there, but Castillo, no, I sort of guess it to Silva, actually, so yeah, I'll give him that one. Castillo again, still Castillo, Ramirez, David. Alright, maybe you can be European Golden Boy. That's fine by... What? I mean, I'm glad that my sound is definitely working for this match, because you probably wouldn't believe this is happening otherwise. That is fantastic work, and I'm glad I've told them to stop shooting less often. Because that's why. Rashford's off, Silva's off. Oh, Greenwood, by the way, he's moved from Porto back to Manchester. Just City. They've got a corner, but I'm looking at changes here. You know what, everyone's weirdly fresh for this. I did rest them, but considering we were 70 minutes into a game midweek, just 2 days after we last played, well, with 2 days gap, I thought they'd be a little bit more tired than this. It's only 2 goals, though, so I'm... 1 goal. 1 goal. I paused it on a corner. That was a foolish mistake. Hang on. It's not popped up. There's a goal review. A free kick has been given in some... I didn't see what a handball, that's what it was. Learn the rules, Nolan. Nolan Bodin. That's a great name, though. Silva's onside here if you could play him through. Kind of wasn't expecting the goal, but I saw the opportunity for Silva about 3 seconds before Vidal clearly did. But it worked out anyway. Like, this is the point where I thought he was going to put it through and then left it till there. Thankfully, the defender kind of was distracted for whatever reason. And Silva slots it in. We were less convincing at home. Then again, we didn't go attacking, which apparently is the answer to everything. Now, in fairness, all the tweaks to the system and personal instructions and what have you were made after that game. At some point after that game, I can't remember when. Sergio, whoo, good save. So I can't say how much of this difference is to do with attacking or just because of that. I think they're full strength. They seem to be. Tadebo's just been shunted around the back line. A few bookings. Ramirez, he scored, but get him off. Seri, maybe? Yeah. I don't know if Vidarson's got more comfortable as a Mazzala. I think I'm trading that, but I'm not entirely certain. It may just be a case of whatever attributes that go towards being a Mazzala have increased for him. We do have the best coaching in the Premier League. It's worth mentioning that. I don't really talk about staff all that much, but we do have the best coaches. Scouts and physios, not quite. We're better than average in all of them. I've just had a little bit of a tweak around with the scouts, getting rid of the ones that were out of contract or what have you. But yeah, we do have the best coaches in there. 4-0. Please tell me the sound is on. I mean, the bar's there. The bar is definitely there. I mean, Silva provides Vidal this time in the reversal. Great header to Stegen. Actually, how old is ter Stegen at this stage? 37 as well. Acceleration 10. Kicking 20. I mean, acceleration 10. Pace 5. Jumping reach 15 and aerial reach 13. Not really sure he should still be in goal. For Barcelona, anyway. And we go top of this, which I don't think really helps, because I'm looking at the teams in second. Atletico now. I mean, AC Milan, in fairness. And obviously we can't get Barcelona, so that's probably one of the most helpful things in general. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe unleashing Barcelona or someone who's top to group could be really helpful. Like, say, Juventus. Because he gets rid of one of them. Poor Bodin there has hit the post twice, admittedly from a tight angle. Not like Koita did recently for me, if you follow my Twitter, and obviously in a match I can do nothing else but passionately say that was really special, lads. Because what the hell have we just seen? The knockout draw is not till here, but I will put it in tomorrow's episode. Like I say, we'll skip Aston Villa and just do the 2 Yorkshire things. And considering there's a draw here, we'll do this World Cup draw now. I was thinking about maybe putting that in tomorrow, but we got enough for tomorrow anyway. So once this has stopped thinking about things, Ludogorets did beat Lyon. Arguably, that's even more baffling. Oh yeah, what was this? It is the calf muscle, 3 weeks. Thankfully, your left back is a little bit nicely more covered by Coleridge as a third choice. And Kovalev, of course, coming through. Like, Kovalev's coming on leaps and bounds. He needs better mentals, but yeah. And you see here as well, like, obviously, putting things up, putting this to 16 as well made him look a lot worse than he actually is. Also, Shao can cover that side if we need him, but we're still missing Nyambi on that right-hand side. Left back, weirdly, is probably the best place to have an injury crisis at this point. Ooh, there's a preview, and it doesn't say this is a poor lot. A lot of wingers, 1 central midfielder. Alright, let's get this draw. We are a first seed along with Cameroon. Of course, yeah, this is when there's only 3 per group as well, isn't there? Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense then. Right, so all the second teams have been drawn. Australia with Romania, Wales with the Gambia, Scotland with Angola, Ireland with Venezuela. I think that's all the home nations. Medina's Panama with Mali. Spain get that group. Belgium get Ivory Coast and China. That's not the easiest of groups. USA, Australia and Romania. France with Colombia. Mexico and Wales. Does that keep happening? Argentina gets Scotland. Brazil with Poland and Iran. Germany with Algeria and Canada. Cameroon actually get Ireland. A good chance from Ireland here, I'd argue. England, Mali, Panama. So we actually face off against Medina in the World Cup. That is great. Mali, 35th in the world. I mean, they are improving. Oh, I thought I recognised Mali for some reason. Yeah, okay then. So we're up against Quetta and Medina. So that's the World Cup groups drawn. And back-to-back 4-0 today as well. Didn't even realise that until just now. But yeah, we'll do Leeds and Sheffield United in tomorrow's episode. We'll just gloss over the Aston Villa game. In between that, we did draw Tottenham in the FA Cup, by the way. So that's fun. May actually do that with the Southampton game before that in an episode. I don't know. We'll work that one out at some point. But until next time, ta-ra.